So once the ticket's open, you'll have, you have customer information, vehicle information. If you have a job on a ticket, like that say they don't want to have done that day, um,
Okay.
but you want to process what they did have done, you can just take the check mark out of there. It'll mark it as a quote so that you can process that ticket, what jobs were done, and then um, the next time you pull up a ticket for that vehicle, it'll automatically come up reminding you of the quote that you gave them the last time. So that's always
Okay.
handy. You got customer recommendations you can keep here. Um, so we're going to go with repair. Click on repair. You have a whole bunch of canned jobs that are like preset in here. You can,
Okay.
set them. This is kind of like the default that you'll get when on your program. So you can delete any that
Okay.
you don't use or whatever. We integrate with all data, but we also use we have our own motor options. Like I don't know if you have
Okay.
all data or Identifix, but we have like the complete motor tech package with the wiring diagrams, labor guides, diagnostic trouble codes, all of that repair procedures,
Okay.
specs, everything. And we also integrate with a lot of parts suppliers. So with
Okay.
that, I want to show you how that would work. So we're going to open up our Speedy Cat list. This is where we connect to the suppliers. And let's just say belts and cooling. And then we click save at the top. So now this is automatically going to go into my parts supplier and let me know what's available. And with Baymaster, everything is vehicle specific. If you see on the bottom, so it's only going to pull up what's compatible for that vehicle that's on the ticket. So we click
Okay.
belts, serpentine belt. So now this will come up, let you know the location. You have a little magnifying glass here. If you open that, it'll show you a picture of the. You get little product information, product specs, any OE cross-reference numbers. This can be printed also, but we'll
Okay.
just close it here.
Will
Um,
will
yeah,
it just will it just show the pricing then on one auto supply, or is there multiples at it?
you can have multiple set up, but unfortunately you can't view them all in the same screen. You would have to
Okay.
go to O'Reilly's and go
Okay.
to AutoZone or whatever. Um,
Okay.
so, and based on like what, you have set up with them, because we'll be actually pulling in your online
Yeah.
account with them. So has your cost, the markup that's set up in the program, which is customizable, gives you your suggested sell price, list price. If you have our inventory feature, like if you maintain inventory, it'll let you know if you have
Mm-hmm.
any of that item in your own stock.
Okay.
So we're just gonna click here, use stock. With the motor labor guides, you can select that right from here. We click labor, and you have standard, severe, and warranty times. So we'll just do standard. And then you can order right from this screen. If you know you're going to do the job, you can click save and order.
Okay.
Or you can just do save only if you're doing just like an estimate. But it'll pull all that information onto the ticket for you so you don't have to type anything out, which I know you have AutoWare.
Okay.
Um, So from here, let's see, we go back to ticket. We also have a labor tracking feature where you can set up your technicians and actually mark them on the jobs that they did, and then, run reports against it, like actual versus billable and things like that.
Okay.
So we go back to ticket, and now we're starting to build our work order. You can also set up custom oil change packages. I'm going to delete this quote here and here. And we're going to go to LOF. This is our oil change packages. And again, this is going to
Okay.
go directly into my vendor. And not only do we have it looking up an oil filter, but we also have it looking up an air filter and a fuel filter for like upsell. You can delete them off the ticket if the customer doesn't want it, but um, so we have our air filter here. We want the wicks. Got two, so we're gonna order that. Fuel filter, two. Um, Oil filter we have in our inventory, so we're gonna choose that. And then we're gonna add labor for the air filter and the fuel filter because that's not part of our oil change package. So air filter and fuel filter, it'll bring it to the top for us. Fuel filter, save. Um, then we're gonna do save only. Now, one of our motor tech um, options we have is the quick loop feature. So with that, it'll automatically come up and let you know how many quarts of oil is recommended for this vehicle, the weight of oil, all that. If there's
Mhm.
different temperatures involved, it'll break that down for you also. And our inventory will tell us what we have. So we need 5W20, 6 quarts, 5W20. So now it's going to ask what we're going to charge the customer for. If you have bulk oil, you can do the 6.02 liters. So we're going to do 6. Now this package is also set to include up to 5 quarts because it needs 6. Baymaster automatically knows to go and add that extra quantity, so it's not something that you have to forget about. And same with the oil filter. You can have, you can set it up however you want, but this is set up to include a filter up to $13. Because it went over, it automatically adds that extra 20 as like an upgrade. Then we have our air filter and our fuel filter, and here's our labor on the bottom. The that is included. If they decide they don't want, like, oh, I don't want to do the fuel filter today, the red X over here, you could just remove the fuel filter from there and from the labor. And then we go back to ticket. Um, we also have a texting feature where, like in the event that you can't get a customer on the phone or whatever, or just to save time, you can actually text
Mhm.
them like a quote of
Okay.
either just the job alone, like if you just want to do the serpentine belt. If we're in that job, there's a texting button over here, or if you're out on the main ticket, there's a text button down here where you can send a quote or an estimate on the whole ticket. So I don't know if you want to test it
Okay.
out. I can show you how it would work. Um, you can also add images, which is one of the newer features that we have. Um, if you have, whatever, save pictures and, have them on your computer, you can actually save them to the ticket. We also have digital inspections. Hold on, let me go back. Cancel. Yeah, you can save them. I'm going too fast. Let me go back in here.
No. Okay.
Um, you can email them if you have their email on file. You can email them any pictures. If you have the texting feature, you can text them or just print one per page, four per page, depending on how many you have. Um, and you would save them to the ticket, of course. Okay, cancel. We also have customizable digital inspection forms. These are the little ones
Okay.
that we've set up here. So we'll just you can do like a whole 33 point or whatever, or you can do little ones. You can do as many or as little as you want. With Baymaster, we also have, wait, that's not right. We also have, oh, let me get rid of that. Let me see. Let me try to break some wheel bearings. There we go. You can set up as many as you want. You can customize
Yeah, me
how they're
too. Okay.
worded. And even with here, because you can, with our cloud version, um, your techs or whoever can access it on a tablet also, and they can
Okay.
click add image and take a picture right with the tablet while they're doing an inspection or whatever, and
Okay.
save it to the ticket as well. You can fill out past, you can choose, to have a spot for notes or not. It's
She's
completely up
already
to
wearing
you.
glasses
So if we just do this, let's see. I'll just put needs work. And we'll do pass, 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 and save. So now let's preview our ticket. Preview. So now here we have our shop information, customer information, vehicle. Any customer instructions will print at the top here. Then you have your, all of your jobs. Here's our um, inspection, and you can even
now. Okay.
put like a quote for a brake job on whatever they need. So you can add the quote
Okay.
um, right with the inspection. Um,
Okay.
Next page, if there's any vehicle recommendations, they'll print at the bottom. And you have discounts. You can set up discounts for any customers, surcharges. Um,
Okay.
let's see. Do you have any
Well, I'm
questions
trying
at
to
this point?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the tires thing. What do you guys got there? Because that's 50% of my business here.
Actually integrate with, I don't know what tire suppliers you use, but ATD Online and K&M Tire, which would be Mr. Tire or Big Three Tire. Do you
Okay.
deal with any of those three?
U.S. Auto Force.
U.S. Auto Force. I could look into that. US tires. Yeah, I know that. I believe it's only the three that we integrate with, but I could always find out just in case. But with the
Okay.
tires, so we'll go to tires. You can create like your own tire package too. Let's see, model, and it gives you any fitment information based on the vehicle. And once
Okay.
you pick a tire, you can view the tire specs as well. But it'll give you, you know, any ratings, price. Let's just
Okay.
pick. This one's in stock. We'll just pick this. And we'll do four. Um, and so from stock. So now we have this tire package that you can set up where it'll automatically, this is like for your, like the tire
Yeah.
insurance or whatever,
Yep.
the DOT.
Mhm.
So for every tire that you put on there, tire tax, it'll add all of this disposal. It knows how many based on how many tires, speed and balance. You can create all of that
Okay.
yourself, and then we add labor. Let's see, motor. Let's just do tires. Hey, I can't find tire. But essentially, you'd be able to find your, you know, where is. Hmm. I'm gonna have to look into that. It might just be my demo. Um,
Mhm.
but we'll just pick anything, say hydraulic, and it'll automatically pull up, your um, labor. You have again standard, severe, and warranty times. So you can just pick
Mhm.
whichever one you want, save to the ticket, and it automatically puts it out there for you. Oop, no, it didn't. Um, but you can also come in and manually type anything. If there's a note there, you want to add something to it. Um,
Okay.
you can check all that, add your technician, Jim, set up your labor rate, any taxes. Let's go back to ticket. Um, any other questions at this time?
No, no, that gives me an idea of what,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
what's on the bottom there, the adjustments, internal printing, tires and pads,
Oh,
forms, what's that?
printing. This is like notes that you can have. You can have let's see, load note. Let's just show you some examples. I think it looks really small in here, but like brake diagnostic work. Yeah, print's so tiny in here, but you can set up,
Oh, okay.
but you can have that, choose to have that print on the ticket if you want. Um,
Okay.
there's another screen where you can actually see the whole image and edit. That's on the admin screen. That's like where all of the setup kind of takes place. But you can choose to have a
Okay.
particular note, even like a thank you or whatever, and choose where you want it to
Okay.
print before the detail, before the totals on a new page. Um,
Okay.
and so that's that. Um, internal would be any, let me close this, any internal notes, um, that you don't want to print on a ticket, but just something
Okay.
that maybe you want to know for next time
Note on a customer
vehicle
or
comes
something.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Adjustments. This is if you have any sublet or towing storage fees, you can put them in here. This way they won't affect your parts and labor. These are just other fees
Okay.
that a lot of shops have. You can set that up in there. And then we have the surcharge and discounts. Um, you can preset discounts and choose to activate them
Okay.
on any ticket, or with the customer's name, you can choose to have a particular discount that'll apply all the time. Surcharges you can have set up, like environmental fee because of, the oil change or
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
Um, and here's your taxes, any taxes that you have. Gas, if you're a gas station, you can add gas. ROA, any deposits that they put down. Um,
Okay.
Tires and pads, here you can come in and actually edit. I mean, mark, based on the car, truck, light, medium duty truck, heavy trucks, and, put the tread, pads, and PSI, which will print on the ticket also. Um, this should probably be millimeters, but Um, and let's see what else we got down here. Forms. We have a 33-point inspection form, which is a lot like the inspection. Um, just
Okay.
the digital inspection at the top is a little neater, but it'll come in with the ticket information, and you can just go through this and fill this all out, and it'll print on the. You can opt if you want to have it print on the ticket or not.
Mhm.
Print, cancel, or save. History. This will pull up this customer's history. You can see all their previous tickets if you need to look back on anything that you might have done. If you
Okay.
clicked on each ticket, it'll show you on the bottom what work was actually done on that ticket, and then you can go into it and view it for whatever reason, in case you need to for
Okay.
warranty or whatever. So let's go back. One copy, this would be if you're printing. Want to just print one
Okay.
copy, print that, or you can do preview. Alternate printer, people usually use if you have like pre-printed forms where like you might want to print one
Okay.
copy on white paper, but like the final copy on a pre-printed form, that'll be the alt printer.
Okay.
Tech work lists is for your technicians. It prints with no pricing or totals, just quantities and item numbers and whatnot.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Two copies is just two copies or two copies to the alt printer. Sticker, we actually offer an oil change sticker printer. So if you're doing an oil
Okay.
change, you can actually come in and Baymaster actually remembers all the services that were done. So when you do an oil change, it'll know, 3,000 miles. It'll put on the ticket when the
Okay.
next mile is done, when the next date is due, and any
Okay.
you can choose that recommendations print on here. You can just print a message like thank you, for your business or whichever. Um, and
What?
let's see. Go ahead.
Who are you using for that printer?
Godex. We actually offer Godex
Okay.
is our main printer. That would have to be bought through us, or we don't really support it. So,
Okay.
email. You can have your email set up, which I'm not quite sure mine is, but you can send them an email of the ticket if they want to. Um, Enter
Okay.
whatever message that you want. There's even a spot on the admin screen where you can preset based on the ticket status what message you want it to automatically
Okay.
send. And let's go through. There's different ticket statuses in here, like new or estimate, schedule. Once you get the approval, you can mark it as approved. And then, like right now, here, let me show you. If we do a preview, because it's at an estimate, right now it says estimate number, and that's the ticket number. Once it's marked
Okay.
to approved, it'll say work order number. And then once you're done
Okay.
with the job and set the ticket status to finish, it'll say invoice number. So it kind of follows
Okay.
the trail. And then we have like you can just set it as started, and even individual jobs, like you can do the whole ticket status if you want, or just individual jobs. Like here we have like 4 jobs on here. You can choose which ones
Mm-hmm.
might be finished or on hold or started, if you really want to get that intricate with it. And we have like
Okay.
file only. Charged is what you would use for QuickBooks. If you have um, shops that pay, like, say, once a month, um,
Yep.
those ones you would want to, when you're done with it, mark it as charged, and then it'll run through your next, what we call end of day, when you're processing all of your paid tickets and printing your
Okay.
reports or whatnot. And then it'll automatically move into QuickBooks so that you can then apply the payments there in QuickBooks. No charges if you're not charging the customer for it. Warranty. Internal is if it's like for the shop, it'll go against your cost but won't go against your sales. File only
Okay.
is like, if the customer is not coming back, but you want to kind of save the ticket in case they come back in the future, you can always go in
Okay.
history and copy a ticket to a new ticket. So file only will just kind of keep it in their history in case you ever need to refer back to it. And then texting. This is our texting. If you have the texting feature, you can send like all the work groups that we have here. Oh, it's not
Okay.
moving for me. Urgh. But you can do like all group totals and it'll list each one of them with any cost related. You can do just total only, where it'll just give the total, grand total, shop name, phone number. And again, if you have anything extra you want to type, you can, add another message as well. And then when they
Okay.
reply back to you, ignore this little message here, it's just my demo. But once they reply back to you, you'll have an alert up here that'll say like unread messages, and then a box will come up
Okay.
and tell you what ticket number it is. And then also any texts will be noted in here, date and time stamped. Whatever message was sent, whatever message was received. And you can
Okay.
also down here choose if you want to have those messages print on the ticket. Like say in the event that you can't get a signature, but you did get approval, you can have that print to, show that you did get approval to do the job or whatever.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, if we go back, I mean, this
Okay.
is all of your open tickets, admin. This is pretty much where, you know, email settings or suppliers. You can set up different vehicle groups, your service types that it tracks. Like if we come in
Okay.
here based on the intervals. So you have inspection every 12 months, and every time an inspection is done, Baymaster will remember because we also have a postcard feature where you can go in and, you know, print reports on, services due. But right now we're also offering a web page. We can have a web page set up for you where it'll
Okay.
automatically send out any texts or emails reminding them of any services due or a scheduled appointment or things like that. So I
Okay.
mean, there's a lot to it. There's like you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like endless.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless here, but with it, it's a la carte, so you can only just pick and choose the features that you need. And if you ever want to
Okay.
try something down the road, I mean, we can always put you on a trial for just like a particular feature to see if it's something that would work out for you or not. But if you want to
The
get started
what
on
is
it, go ahead.
what is this running a month right now?
Um,
What's the
I
charges?
sent you a price list. Everything is a la carte. Here, let's pull up our pricing
Okay.
here. The base program starts at $40. That's the base
Okay.
estimator. And if you click here, it'll tell you everything that you can do with just that. And then if you
Okay.
want to add the inventory or history, I always recommend history. Without the full history, you can only see like the last three tickets you did for each customer. So I always
Okay.
recommend full history. End of daily reporting. This kind of allows you to choose when you process your paid tickets and let you run reports. Without this, you can't run any
Okay.
reports. Scheduling, if you want to, schedule customers. I don't know how your shop is. You can do scheduling.
Yeah.
Labor tracking, this is where you can actually set up your technicians and mark them on the tickets that they did and run reports against it. Custom jobs, this is the list of jobs and the repair button I was showing you. This is all of those custom jobs. Without that, it's just like one general work and that's like it. You wouldn't be able to break apart the brake job from the oil change
Okay.
and this also allows up to 9 different work groups on a ticket. Marketing postcards is what I was just saying. You can send coupons, but this is like a
You can pick and choose. You can add stuff as you go, type
yep,
thing. Then.
yep, it's a la carte. So it starts
Okay.
at $40 and then whatever else you need, based on how many users you need to be able to access it at the same time. Our QuickBooks interface, you see most things are just $5.
Okay.
Parts suppliers, accounting, which you have the QuickBooks interface. Time
Yeah.
card is actually $5 per employee, it should say. Truckmaster. We even offer we can print up pre-printed work order forms for you. I can send you a sample if you would like. We have our custom website which starts at $45. But I don't really have anything to do with that. That's my coworker Jake that would handle all
Yeah.
of that. And then our oil change sticker printers, which we offer the printer and we offer replacement labels and ribbon as well. And then we have the whole motor tech package I was telling you about. This is in addition to anything over here. Um, Especially
Okay.
for new customers, we're offering $79 per month for the first year, which compared to
Okay.
All Data and Identifix is a huge reduction. But this is everything
Yeah.
that we offer, and if you click on each one, it'll tell you exactly what that feature does. OEM parts,
Okay.
obviously, labor times, repair procedures. But I mean, yeah, just go by going to our website, which I believe you were at because you sent in that form.
Yep.
You can kind of go through here and just see what you need. And, you know, I mean, if I get you started on a trial, I can turn everything on. And then, once the trial's over, you can figure out what you actually used and
Yeah.
maybe didn't or
Okay.
whatever. Um,
Okay. Um, what was what was your name again, or how do I get a hold of you if we want to do this?
My name is Tina. I can give you my direct number. If you want
Okay.
information on anything that we talked about, I can send you an email too, which will have all of my contact information at the bottom. I'm also recording this, so once it's done processing, I'm going to email that to you too, just so you have it. It'll be like a
Okay.
YouTube link, so you have it to go refer to at all.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't add
And you
in,
got my email?
I have your email, Kevin Wadeen at
Okay.
eurekatire.net. Yep.
Okay.
All
Send
right.
me that, and then
And
I will see what I'm going to do here.
okay, if you decide you want to get started on a free trial, just let me know. And I don't know if you want to have the cloud version. Cloud version you can access from anywhere, any device that has internet.
Yeah.
Or you can have it installed on your computer, which then you'd be responsible for doing the backups. If anything happened to your hard drive, you would have to,
Yep.
restore it
Yep.
and all of that. So,
Yep.
all right, Kevin, any other
Okay.
questions?
No, that should be it.
All right, so thank you so much for your time, and I'm going to
Yep.
get this together and I'll send this over to you, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Kevin. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.